Oh, hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we are on the cusp of UFC 285, the main event being the fight between Jon Jones and Ciryl Gane for the heavyweight title, the title of baddest man in the planet. This is a huge, and very stacked card. First, before going to the main event, I do want to touch up on the actual overall card a little bit, as that's not something I often do. I might add that in there. But yes, look at my picks for this. I'm going to go with Esteban Ribivoch. I've only seen a few of his fights, nothing crazy. Farid Basharat is going to definitely be able to take on Damon Blackshear. I'm going to go with Tabitha Ritchie. Not too much a fan of Jessica Payne. Cameron Simon. He's a pretty decent prospect from South Africa. I really like some of his fights. We're going to be going with Ian Gary, of course, over Song Keenan. Song Keenan is far over the hill, to be honest with you. This is more so a tune-up fight for Ian Gary. Trying to build him up a little bit, you can tell. I'm actually going to be going with Julian Marquez. I like the way he fights. He's a really good scrapper. I'm not too much of a fan of Marc-Andre Barriot, to be perfectly honest with you. Amanda Ribas, I also feel, is actually a little bit over the hill despite being the favorite. I'm actually going to be leaning towards Vivian Arulo, to be perfectly honest with you. Derek Brunson versus Dricus Duplessis. Dricus Duplessis by far. Again, another thing, Derek Brunson, over the hill, Blonde Brunson, his hype train got derailed. He was taken out badly by Cannonier and hasn't fought in it's been a year, at this point. He had to take a massive layoff. He's older, and Dricus Duplessis, he's been looking phenomenal. Dricus Duplessis, even when he gassed out against Darren Till because he had to absolutely 10-7 him in round one and completely lose all of his energy, he's still good. He's still really good, honestly. He managed to find the power and tough it out. Derek Brunson has really good wrestling, but I don't think his wrestling is going to be enough to just take out Dricus Duplessis and control him or beat him up like a Darren Till, a washed up Darren Till, or like an older, I believe is Kelvin Gastelum. He's not going to be able to do that against Dricus. And then the thing is, too, Derek Brunson has always had sloppy striking, always fought like he was drunk, as Israel Adesanya mentioned. I don't think much is going to change in this fight against Dricus. Cody No Chin Garbrandt versus Trevin Jones. Trevin Jones, while he may be a short-nosed replacement, and like that, he's not that good a fighter, to be honest with you. I don't trust Cody Garbrandt's chin. I'm going to be honest with you, like betting-wise, I would stay the fudge away from this fight, to be perfectly honest with you. I would not put any money on this fight whatsoever. I'm going to lean towards Trevin Jones, to be honest with you, because I don't trust Cody Garbrandt's chin. I just never can. If we're looking at who is the better fighter, on paper, it should be Cody Garbrandt. The only equalizer is that it's short notice for Trevin Jones. He might be off the couch, but I know he usually stays in shape for the most part. And then I have breakdown videos on my fights for the main card. I'll let you guys watch those if you want to know. For Bonacall versus Pickett, Gamrot versus Turner, Neal versus Shavkat, Shevchenko versus Grasso. And we'll be getting in now to the main event. Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane for the vacant heavyweight title. Now, I want to get one thing out the way. I'm not as excited for this fight as a lot of people would be. I was far more excited for the UFC 284's main event, and I'm far more excited for 286 and 287, to be honest with you. Why is that? It's because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of either guy. Jon Jones, though, I'm not a fan of him for his escapades outside, not even outside, inside the cage too. The drug test, the other things, I'm not going to touch upon it, so it's hard for me to be excited for Jones. I am not a Jones fan. Ciryl Gane, I'm not a fan of because I don't think he has the most exciting fights. He doesn't have a real good finishing mentality to him. Like, you can tell he doesn't, but he did in his fights against Tai Tuivasa, Junior Santos, and Derek Lewis. And I'm not going to discredit his skills, though. I'm not going to discredit the skills of either guy, to be honest with you. Both are the absolute most talented fighters in the division, and they are the most, like, worthy to fight for the heavyweight title, to be honest with you, despite Jones not fighting at heavyweight or light heavyweight for the last 3 years. He still has earned this right. Ciryl Gane has earned this right, to be honest with you, as he's the former interim champion. He's the #1 contender. If it wasn't Jones, it should have been Sergey. If it wasn't Gane, it should have been Sergey. Other than that, I don't think Blades or Stipe has really earned a title shot. Blades would have if he actually got to fight Tuivasa, if he actually got to fight Aspinall, but he didn't. And then Stipe, he got knocked out by Francis, and he hasn't fought in 2 years. No, you don't get a title shot, Stipe. So, getting that out the way, let's look into this immensely talented and high-level fight for the title of baddest man in the planet, because that's simply what it is. So, we're going to have Jon Jones, the return of Jon Jones. He's going to be 35 years of age, a insane record of 20, it should be 27-0, but it's 26-1. What's the one? A disqualification for 12 to 6 elbows, which is one of the stupidest rules in MMA, but also they weren't even 12 to 6 elbows. Thank you, Mazzagatti. But yes, he's going to have 10 knockouts, 6 submissions, 6'4" in terms of height, orthodox stance, a still insane 84.5-inch reach advantage. Even going up to heavyweight, he still has that reach advantage. I don't get it, man. A 1.85 takedown average, 62.61 significant strike accuracy, a -155 favorite. But significant wins. I only put his most relevant wins, which I feel is going to be against Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith, Daniel Cormier, and Lyoto Machida. Is that Jon Jones? Is that all his wins? Because as much as I may poop on him wherever, Jon Jones has the best resume in the UFC. The only people come close is GSP and also, believe it or not, Dustin Poirier. If we're talking resume of wins, by the way. If we're talking resume including losses, then it goes up. But look at the people he's fought. Look at this. Ryan Bader. That's actually, believe it or not, his best aging win. Shogun. Rampage. Machida. Rashad. Belfort. The GOAT, Sonnen, undefeated, undisputed. Gustafsson, Teixeira, Cormier, OSP, Cormier, oh wait, no, you can't count that. Gustafsson, Smith, Santos. It's just insane. It's insane. I just put significance to this fight to Ciryl Gane, but it's insane. Then fighting across from him is gonna be Ciryl Gane. All my Ciryl is gone. It really is. I need to go buy some. That's not a joke. That's not me trying to be funny. I literally just remembered I ran out of cereal. He's going to be 32 years of age and a record of 11 wins and 1 loss. Baby record. He's gonna have 5 knockouts, 3 submissions, 6'4" height, orthodox stance, 81-inch reach disadvantage, a 0.62 takedown average, 61.83% significant strike accuracy, a +130 underdog, and he also has a very good record as well too, believe it or not. He has significant wins over Tai Tuivasa, Derek Lewis, Alexander Volkov, and Junior Dos Santos. Now then, let's get into this fight, man. Let's get into it. Jon Jones. As you guys know, Jon Jones is in competition for the GOAT. Jon Jones is insane. He's a dynamic striker. He is a great wrestler. He has ground and pound. He has oblique kicks. He has iPod. He has really good jabs. He has amazing spinning elbows. Jon Jones is a complete package. Stamina, technique, power as well too. But that was all relevant 3 years ago. 4 years ago, even longer. Jon Jones has not fought since February 8th of 2020. That is more than 3 years ago as of this video, as of me recording this. It will be 3 years ago and 1 month come the fight. Why are we ignoring that? Why is people forgetting that? But let's put it even worse. In fact, you know what? I'm sitting here in awe, marveled of his record, because his record is amazing. But you know what I just thought of? That I'm sure other people have mentioned, but you know what just really, really dawned on me? Because I looked there at Reyes. Where is he? I know I clicked on him. Reyes. If we're looking at his last 5 fights, he's 1-5. His win was Chris Weidman? Usmir? Okay, then he fought Reyes, undefeated. I'll give Jones that. He beat him undefeated. But then Blachowicz, Prohaska, Span, finish. All right, then. Let's go back to Jones. Thiago Santos. Finish. Loss. Okay, he beat Walker, but that was an awful fight. And he got destroyed by Rakic. And Toshida. Okay. Let's keep looking at Jones. Smith. Gustafsson. Now that's a fall from grace. Oh my god. What is the thing I'm trying to say here? These wins, keep in mind, these last 3 fights, he didn't look that good in. Nah, he looked pretty good in the Smith fight. But he didn't look that good against Santos and Reyes. And look how they're doing. And then, like, he looked great against Cormier in 2017. Why am I going to count that? He looked good against Teixeira in 2014. That's almost 10 years ago. One argument I keep hearing a lot in regards to Jones' past performances was that he was bored or that he wasn't interested in his opponents. And I just think that's a load of crap, to be honest with you. I don't get that. You're bored, so you just didn't care as much anymore. I mean, no. If you do that, you're the dumbest person in the entire world to risk your title and risk losing because you're bored. He didn't have close fights with Reyes and Thiago Santos because he was bored. Hell no. No. He had close fights with them because of how good they were in proportion to how Jones was, and I honestly feel he started to decline at the end, and now a 3-year layoff, that's not helping him out. And then I brought up the Machida fight because Machida is the only kickboxer on Ciryl Gane's level. I know Jones recently said that Machida is a better kickboxer than Ciryl Gane. No, maybe in his prime, but when Jones fought, no. That was 12 years ago. Like, that's the thing. Jones, this is greatness. This is one of the best gauntlets. Former champions. Amazing. And I know a lot of people are saying, don't bet against Jones because he hasn't lost. Betting against Jones, that's been proven to be an idiot mistake. But again, Father Time is undefeated. We said this about TJ Dillashaw coming back. Father Time doesn't lose. It's been so long since Jones has fought, and he's going up in weight class. The only thing to counteract against it is George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre came up, 4-year layoff, took out a guy in a heavier weight class. Same thing Jones is trying to do, but add on an extra year. But again, that was against Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping was really good, yes, but he was left hook Larry. This is Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane is genuinely an elite fighter who can be champion. You couldn't even argue maybe he would, like, no, he lost against Francis, but like he did really good against him, and he wasn't prepared for a grappling match. Yes, Jones has a grappling advantage, for sure, absolutely. From what we saw from Ciryl Gane, he made a lot of mistakes, and a guy with a fight mind and fighting intellect like John Jones can be able to capitalize on that. That is something to mention, and he has that reach advantage. So he'll be able to use those teep kicks in midsection and those oblique kicks. I have faith that Jones is going to be the better grappler, but I also don't have faith that Jones is going to be able to properly use all that weight he's been putting on. He's been spending for the last 3 years, yes, but that's just the thing. You can't test it as well as you can in a fight. Jones has not fought with that extra weight. He has it. He's been training with it. He's been using it. He's not going to go out there sloppy with it, but he hasn't fought with it. And he's fighting a natural heavyweight in Ciryl Gane. I don't think he's going to be able to control him like he thinks he is, and a lot of people is. Now, Ciryl Gane, where's aspects of victory? I'm going to ignore everything, like say it's like, ignore the layoff. I'm going to ignore the layoff and his last performances and look at this is a heavyweight John Jones coming off him beating Anthony Smith. I'm going to look at what Ciryl Gane has as aspects of winning. Ciryl Gane is the better striker by far. John Jones, yes, he was very creative and dynamic earlier on in his career, but even saying now going off Smith fight Jones, his striking has gotten a little bit more basic and he has really tightened it up. He had a really good left high kick against Cormier, but other than that, he does not really throw flashy maneuvers. He's good in the tie plum clinch, but I feel Ciryl Gane is better in that tie plum clinch. I feel Ciryl Gane uses his strikes a lot more effectively, and his jab sets up every combo in the book if he wants to. And his body kicks are on point. If you leave your midsection open, he will drill that kick into you with speed, precision, and power. Ask Biggie Boy. Ask good old Bam Bam. Bam Bam took them shots to the body. Not Biggie Boy. He beat Biggie Boy, but like, well, he did do some kicks to the body. But he was punishing. He was, as Fitzgerald said, concussive when it came to those body shots. He drilled that into Tai Tuivasa. And I don't think he's going to be able to do that as well against Jones, but I feel that's going to be one of his main aspects, is to go to the body, go to them skinny legs, go to them chicken legs, and honestly even go to the body as well too, because Jones, he doesn't have much of a high guard. He's a very elusive, and he has a really good significant strike defense at 64%. He's very, very good when it comes to blocking strikes, but his striking or defense acumen is to extend his hands out forward, hoping that he eye pokes the, so he ties up the opponent, obscures their line of sight, and it's a very effective maneuver. It really is, even if he didn't poke him in the eyes. It's a very effective strategy, but I don't think it's going to be effective for blocking his body, because simple put, all right, Ciryl Gane can't hit him in the head. He can't hit him with jabs. Body kicks. When you stick your hands out like Jones does to defend himself, if he's not fast enough, which he normally is, but maybe not a heavyweight, if he's not fast enough, oh man, Ciryl Gane will slam them kicks into his body. He absolutely will. Now, the main thing with both of these guys is they don't have equalizing power like Francis Ngannou does. I really wish we could have seen Francis Ngannou fight against Jones, to be honest with you. I would love that fight, but we didn't get to have it. But one thing that Francis did show us is the holes in Ciryl Gane's wrestling game, but we need to establish Francis Ngannou is bigger than both these guys. He is massive. He is powerful, and when he implemented his wrestling game, and people say, oh, Francis is a trash wrestler, the fact that he got out-wrestled by Francis is disgraceful. Francis is probably practicing his wrestling. He had been training his wrestling for a while. We saw that in the rematch against Stipe Miocic, in which he was able to stuff his takedown, take his back. I don't think Ciryl Gane is as bad a grappler as people are making him out to be. And his striking is just elite. It simply is. Took out the Black Beast, neutralized him. Derek Lewis going into round 3 had 3 strikes. Frozen struck. Volkov. Now, I will say the Volkov fight was also boring. Both these fights are really boring, which really made me sour on Ciryl Gane. But they were both opponents we could look to. They were longer, rangier fighters like a John Jones. And we saw what Ciryl Gane was able to do to them. Go to the body, go to the legs. Jones is really going to be shooting from takedowns, and he might take him down, to be honest with you, but Ciryl Gane has a good heel hook attack. It won't work against a guy like Francis Ngannou who has no knees, so there's no pain there. But man, looking at a fighter that can simulate Gane, honestly, is not you, Belf. Oh my god, look how low res these pictures are. It's definitely Machida. Machida was very creative in striking. He had really good his jumping crane kick. He had a lot of really good strikes, but in his fight against Jones, he was just massively overwhelmed by the reach advantage, and he couldn't get anything going, and he really started headhutting with very sloppy, very sloppy entrances overall. Not Ciryl Gane. Not Ciryl Gane. Another person that was brought up is Thiago Santos as a technical kickboxer. Jones said, oh, he fought Thiago Santos, so Ciryl Gane should be a walk in the park. Well, first off, I'm not going to say the whole blown up middleweight part, but the thing is, he's not a natural heavyweight. And then the thing is with Thiago Santos had no knees and was still able to get a split decision against Jones, able to win rounds against Jones, and even win on a judge's scorecard against Jones. That's one thing I want to mention. Yet Jones is really praising that fight. Well, if anything, that just shows that Jones has heart, and against an opponent that he can't just bully. I just feel Ciryl Gane has what it takes to beat John Jones. I feel even if it wasn't for the layoff and everything, I feel he has what it takes. I would lean maybe towards Jones slightly. I feel like the odds would make sense if it wasn't for that 3-year layoff going up to a heavier weight class. I just don't know why we ain't looking at that. Like Jones's best days, I feel fully behind him. I stand by it. The Cormier fight was in 2017. It was ruled a no contest. He was busted for drug use. The OSP fight, my God, dude, 6 years ago. And again, we're really going to be looking at a fight from 2011. Like, you might as well pull up his fight against a Stephan Bonner and be like, wow, did you see the way he fought against Stephan Bonner? He's going to tear apart Ciryl Gane. No. I'm sure Jones has improved in many aspects since then, but I don't think he's improved enough to circumvent father time. While Ciryl Gane, he's young. He's in his prime. He's been improving nonstop. Like, Jones wasted his prime. From 32 to 35, he didn't fight. Ciryl Gane's been fighting. He hasn't been training as long. Jones is definitely going to have the experience advantage over him, and he will be able to use that to put into play. Now, how does this fight go? I make it clear I'm for Ciryl Gane. I think Ciryl Gane's going to win it. People are going to be hailing me a fool, saying I'm a hater, all this. I'm just looking at it on paper, looking how I see the fight going. I see a decision by Ciryl Gane. I don't think Jones is going to get finished. He's too tough. He's never been knocked out. He's never been finished, really. I don't think Gane's going to be the guy to finish him. I don't think he has equalizing power, to be honest with you. But I do think he has the skill and talent to outstrike him and get a decision. So ultimately, that's going to be my pick. Let me know what you think of the card. Let me know who you think is going to be the baddest man on the planet come Saturday night or Sunday morning. This has been your boy Gomi. Be sure to like and subscribe for more UFC 285 content. And bye-bye.